I'm Viola. My husband and I are sailing now for over 30 years. Sailing has always been the center of our lives, our passion, which we both share. 5 years ago, we decided to quit our jobs and to go sailing around the world. We did thousands of hours preparation on our boats, had a lot of stress, but also a lot of joy, happiness, and anticipation. 2 weeks before we actually planned to start our journey, I was diagnosed with cancer. I had to stop, unfortunately, for 1 whole year, having a treatment, going through the hell, have a lot of pain, and yeah. But having a dream in front of you makes you strong. And finally, we started our journey in June 2020, despite of COVID and also despite of so many negative advices from my doctors. And indeed, we spent 5 incredible years on our boat. A new crew member came on board, our dog Chico, although we never wanted dogs on board. But things changes and our plans always went to different directions. That is sailing, that is life. This year we decided to make a short break from sailing as we have to fix some things in Germany. We did not want to leave our boat in the Med, although there are quite a lot of safe harbors there, but boats get very soon in a bad condition because of the sun and because of Kalima, which is the sand coming from Sahara as rain in the Med. We started end of March from Cartagena and sailed with many stops. Our plan was to spend some time in Brittany, which we missed to visit when sailed to the Med a few years ago. Having a dog on board can be really challenging, especially when the passages are long and the sea gets really rough. This was the case when we sailed along the Portuguese coast. Somewhere in Portugal, I suffered back pain took some medicine, and we continued our sailing. In A Coruña, I couldn't ignore this pain anymore. I took some more medicine, and we stopped for 1 week sailing before we continued again. In Laredo, however, my back pain was so intense that we had to stop and go to the doctor. I went to a hospital. They gave me a lot of injections, more medicine, and we stopped for 3 weeks until the pain was bearable to continue our sailing. We sailed overnight to La Rochelle, but this journey was a nightmare. The waves and the wind were not as forecasted, far more wind as forecasted, and also really high waves. And I could not do anything because my back pain got so strong that I could not bear. So here we are now in La Rochelle, and I finally have to admit that with this strong pain I cannot continue sailing, and our journey will end here. The point is that my husband, or I do not want that my husband will sail along with our dog to Germany, and I cannot fly to Germany with our dog because of my back pain. So, what a mess. After a lot of considerations and a lot of sleepless nights, we decided to bring our boat back by truck while we will travel by train. Other from what we are used from Germany, we had to organize lifting of the mast and crane of the boat separately. Thanks to the experience of the company, work was done well. days later, our truck from Germany arrived in time and our boat was hauled out with a big crane. At the end of the day, we were quite happy that all went well. So here we are now, back at Germany. The transport company did a real good job. Now it's time for us to start with winter preparations.